Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back, so tall and handsome as hell, so bad and ready to once again do it so well in XCOM, The Long War. And yeah, that was a Taylor Swift reference, what of it? I mean, just because I'm not a tween girl doesn't mean I can't have some of the wildest dreams. Don't you judge me. You don't know me. Yeah, okay, you're right to judge me. I take it back, Internet. You're right to judge me. You do know me well enough to know that everything I just said was a complete and total lie. I'm neither tall nor handsome, and the only thing I really do well is make bad decisions. I mean, I've got making bad decisions down pat, but that's really all I do well. I did just wake up from a nap, though, and I spent the entire thing dreaming about standing in a laundromat folding clean t-shirts, so yeah, my wildest dreams, turns out, not really that unachievable. I mean, my wildest dreams, you can go do that basically any time you want. It may not be particularly successful, but even I could scrape together a handful of quarters and go do a load of laundry. Which, honestly, I think may put me one up on old Taylor Swift, who apparently spends her wildest dreams begging some dude who broke her heart to remember how hot she looked staring into the sunset one afternoon when they were done fucking. That's a sad dream, Taylor. I mean, yeah, that's not uplifting, Taylor Swift. It's really not. And while my dream might be boring, I mean, at least at the end of mine, I get a clean t-shirt out of the deal. In all honesty, at the end of your wildest dream, Taylor, you probably have a t-shirt covered with some love stains and dog water. Yeah. I really think I got the better end of the deal, Taylor. Anyway, Nigeria wants some heavy floater corpses. Let's put aside Taylor Swift's semen-stained clothing and talk about that perhaps another day. Sure, why not? Just take the... I don't need these. A Nigerian prince can probably come up with some kind of internet scam to make cash. More than the 87 credits he's paying me for the dead man. J. Robert Oppenheimer back on duty. And Poacher York's craft has returned to service. That's actually quite good. We have an abduction mission here. Could we shoot this down? I mean, I say theoretically yes, but honestly I think no. It is a large UFO. Baja Gutierrez is, I think, possibly our most decorated pilot, but in the event Baja can't get it done, it's not like Bronco Jim or old Skeeter Visconti are going to be able to finish off the job. And really, I think we're better off to just let it land. We've been getting so many aliens on abduction missions lately that just letting it land and dealing with the forces on the ground is probably the smarter move. Just conserve the old Air Force here. We know this isn't going to blow up a satellite or anything, so... Other thing we're looking forward to, of course, is we do need more alien rifles. Yeah, Bradford, it's fine. Shut the fuck up. One of our top priorities is to maintain satellite coverage over the Council's member nation. And I have satellite coverage over the member nation, and I'm going to go murder all these aliens, so maybe you should just slow your roll and quit your bitching, Bradford. Ah, Bradford's a jerk. Alright, so we got a roadway corridor with numerous vehicles. If history has taught me anything, that means Fountain Plaza map, baby. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna want probably 2 snipers for this. And we had kind of a sniper duo working last episode that sort of panned out. Actually, last couple episodes, when I think of it. Panned out pretty well for us. When does another really good sniper come back, though? In case we get some kind of unfortunate... Deadeye Keller's back in 17 hours. I think we can probably spare 17 hours, so let's go ahead and send in the mother of monsters on this one. Mary Prometheus Shelley's going to be leading this team. And since it is going to be, in all likelihood, the Fountain Plaza map, we'll just go ahead and gear up with double overhead snipers. It worked last time when we paired Franklin D. Roosevelt with George Broadside Custer, and I think this time we'll just go with a similar paradigm. So Mary Shelley, I mean, we're not going to do anything fancy here, my love. It's just all about garden variety putting in the legwork. Scope, ally, bipod, high-capacity mags, that's got you taken care of. Who's going to be your partner in crime today? Well, it looks like that's going to be Guglielmo Radiohead Marconi, the criminal mastermind who stole credit for inventing the radio when he totally didn't invent the radio. Sarah Farmer, plasma sniper rifle. Nikola Tesla, by the way, actually invented the radio. Cognitive enhancer. I'm going to give the Illuminator gun sight to old Guglielmo here because he's going to not take an ally bipod in favor of a cognitive enhancer to just try and pile on a little extra EXP. High capacity mag's still going to be fine. Got Guglielmo sorted. Then that does make Guglielmo our sort of feeler's choice candidate for this particular mission, which is acceptable. Atlas King, of course, needs to go. Gunner position, though, is looking a little light. St. Thomas More, you're not by chance back on duty yet, are you? Absolutely not. Wow, we have... Are we in like a fatigue spiral here? Where the hell are all of our troopers? Our roster is looking real thin. So less than an hour for the big bad wolf. 2 days, 2 days, 4 days, 1 day, 1 day. We got a lot of tired troopers here. A lot. This is not fantastic. All right, well, we're gonna have to try and keep a few of our big guns back, which I think means Marie Antoinette, the little baker there, she's gonna be staying at home and cooking up a nice fresh batch of croissants for us. Croissant. I don't know, I'm not French. I never understood the pronunciation of that word because it always gets pronounced differently depending on who says it anyway, so. Gauss machine gun. We're just going to take Admiral Nelson, who is just a torso and a trigger finger at this point, but honestly, his torso and trigger finger for this mission will probably be enough to get the job done. Let's give him a regular old-fashioned scope, some armor-piercing ammo, and... I mean, what do we want to take in his tertiary slot? Honestly, you know, I think Walker Servo's probably the right call here. He's real slow. Let's give Admiral Nelson a little leg up in the speed department. Get it, Walker Servo's a leg up. He's got magic legs like Forrest Gump. Double snipers, gunner. All right, so we need a scout. There's only one man for that job. Atlas King, you're the sexiest man who's ever walked the earth. You know, I gush about Atlas King every single time I put Atlas King on a mission, and you know what? I don't feel bad about gushing about Atlas King. The man is worthy of gushing over, and I mean that both figuratively and literally. If Atlas King were in my presence, I would want to gush all over him. Oh yeah. Atlas King's gonna be toting an arc thrower for us, so vortex armor, neuroregulator, mind shield, arc thrower. We may have to go a shadow device short on this one. We got the Madman. I think we'll conserve him for maybe something. We also have Marie Radium Curie. Knife Man. Do we have another psychically active engineer? Oh, we got... Yeah, let's take a net. Duran could use the Psychic EXP. It's fine. And she does have one of our gene mods, so even if she gets shot in the face, she's going to come out of that okay. Little Aegis armor. I think we'll go with our standard plasma carbine. Pair of alien grenades. Shadow device is going to complete Annette's kit. Got her sorted. Need a medic. Medic also going to be toting one of our shadow devices. Is Jesus it? Oh, we got Joseph Lister. It's Jesus and Joe. That's it? Really? Where are all our medics? Man, what is going on here? We have 6 people in for both psychic training and the gene labs combined, and that's actually chewing up quite a bit of our troopers. 2 of them medics. That's, alright, 2 of them medics, 2 of them engineers. So, I mean, that explains the medic and engineer situation. I guess we'll just have to take old Jojo Lister here and hope that Casey and Jojo have got the soup to hold this down. I mean, they've never failed us before. Some fantastic music came out of those 2. Alright, so Casey and JoJo, or JC and the Sunshine Band. Oh man, would that not be the greatest, like, Christian cover band of all time? JC and the Sunshine Band, where all they did was covers of Casey and the Sunshine Band tunes? It'd be sweet. It's JC and the Sunshine Band. I would not go see them, but still, I mean, it's at least clever, right? You gotta give them points for cleverness. That's part of being a cover band. Like, having a clever name for the band is like 90% of the gig, right? I don't want to give Atlas King a shadow device. So, you know what? So much so that I'm just going to roll with 2. Even though rolling with 2 is probably objectively the wrong idea here. Do we have Teddy and the bench both back? There's Teddy. Where's the bench? Bench is still injured? Bench is still injured. Well, I can't not roll Teddy and not roll the bench. So I think we're only going to go with a single assault trooper. Man, we got to... Alright, so this mission's got some weird composition here. Titan armor, reflex cannon, both fine. Shredder ammo, breaching ammo, and this may seem controversial, but I'm going for an arc thrower. We still need alien rifles. Like, if we could get 2, we really kind of need to get 2. Let's swap up Atlas King then, since we're going to have an unused reflex cannon. Or are we? I mean, we got to fill this with something, and that something sort of needs to be psychically active. We haven't had Mitch Pancakes Hedberg on a mission in nigh on an eternity. Alternatively, we could just take one of our Ura scouts, like Oishi Yoshio. That seems like a borderline terrible idea, though. I'd kind of rather have Sherman. Yoshio would, you know, he's kind of, see. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually over here making weird noises, trying to, like, I'm agonizing over this decision. Honestly, ultimately, I don't really think it fucking matters here. Oishi Oshio or William Tecumseh Sherman, neither one of them are like top-notch grade A troopers, so let's just give you some Walker servos, try and make up for your unspeakably miserable foot speed, Oishi. And let's just, this is fine. Sure, it's a swarming mission, yeah, but it's only an abduction, so we're probably looking at like 15 to 20 guys. And none of them should be overwhelmingly powerful. We might run into an ethereal, but we've kind of got ethereals dealt with. I really sort of feel like we've got the ethereal situation solved. We haven't run into one that's really posed much of a problem in a goodly while.
The area of engagement for this mission will be in India.
It's actually not the Fountain Plaza map, which really sucks. I was sort of hoping we'd get the Fountain Plaza map, because as much as I don't really like the Fountain Plaza map, I actually hate this map more. I hate everything, though. It's sort of my bit. It's my shtick, if you will. Hating things is I'm really good at it. I hate with a clarity and purpose that's not common to most people, but this one, I mean, I hate it with a clarity and purpose that's uncommon even for me. And we started in the absolutely worst possible starting spot as well, so fantastic. So the question is then, how conservatively do we want to play this mission? And I think a lot of that's going to depend on what we get out of the old battle scanner here from JC and the Sunshine Band, or Jojo Lister, as he's occasionally called. Alright, Jojo, let's run you up here. It's probably going to activate a pod. Yeah, it is. Are any of these heavy floaters? The answer is no.
They're on the move.
Yeah, so there's actually no advantage into even killing or capturing these guys, because without... that sucks. I'd like to get some captures here so that we could get some alien rifles, but the problem is there's not even really much advantage in capturing these guys. They're just not good enough. Team Sniper is going to be able to eliminate these guys. This pod is sort of a non-issue for us. Mary Shelley's not going to be able to... Well, she can see one guy. That guy we're going to be able to eliminate, though. St. Joan's not going to do anything crazily stupid that might get her killed. Ratio Nelson's probably just... I mean, I kind of feel like we got this. So, Durand, let's send you up here. Really, what I want you to do, Annette, is just come up here and explode this car. That's really all I'm looking for. See this car? I would like you to make it evaporate in a cloud of destructive explosion. And possibly kill both of these floaters along with it. And there we go. Well, way to come up too short, by the way. That's fucking fantastic work. Admiral Nelson, we're going to need you right here. These are just floaters, so I'm not really even supremely concerned about our overall position. We're going to be... I mean, we're going to be fine here. This is not really much of a threat at all. Mary Shelley can kill the 2 health dude. Marconi can straight up say, I'm not worried about that guy. That guy's going to be dead. He's got shots at 3 different guys. Let's take this shot. Marconi is only going to get to 1. So there's a dead floater. Scratch 2. I don't know what Marconi said there because I don't speak Italian, but I'm assuming it's something like, yes, I didn't actually invent the radio. Please stop giving me shit about it, Pete. I'd do that. I give him a lot of shit about it. If we advance to here, we're absolutely going to pop whatever that other pod is, and that's something I'm not really interested in doing at the moment. We could come up here, but we run into that same situation where I think we might pop that other pod. In all likelihood, we will. Alright, Lister, how close is the other pod? I mean, they're behind the canister. They're like right, yeah, if we step up in here, that's totally going to activate them. This is one of the reasons why I hate this map, by the way. Is 65%? That's freaking terrible. We might be better off to command and just have Durand throw another grenade. Jojo Lister can't... Well, the one thing he can't do is stay where he is. We're just going to have Lister fall back. Fine, he's not going to get a shot at anything. St. Joan, likewise, isn't really going to be able to do much for us offensively. I mean, she has a shot, technically, but 17%, I don't think we even really want to bother with it. Yoshio, pretty much the exact same situation here. He's not going to be able to bring anything to the party. I hate this map so much. There's no cover here. I guess we'll just bring him over here. Well, you know, if we're going to do... it's going to spawn a pod. I guess we'll just bring Oishi Yoshio over there. We do have Atlas King, who's probably the last man to shoot. Maybe we just have... Well, no, I was going to say we have Atlas King mind control a floater, but that's going to do exactly the same thing I already said I don't want to do, which is activate another pod. What we can have Atlas King do, though, is panic a floater. Panic a floater. Come on, Atlas King. You know better than try and hunker down. Let's just panic this guy. Atlas King, of course, can't fail because he's the greatest psionics In the history of psionices, none of those things are actually words, but I stand by my statement. Mary Shelley cannot see this guy suddenly. Beg your pardon, game? Did someone please explain to me why she can't suddenly see a unit that she could see when neither it nor she has moved? That makes literally zero fucking sense. Somehow panicking this guy prevented Mary Shelley from being able to see that guy. Sure. 100% fully fucking sensible. Yeah. St. Joan, just hunker down. Do I seem a little salty about the whole line of sight buggery that's going on here? Because if I seem salty, I assure you it's because I'm salty. We're just going to command Marconi and have Marconi shoot it in the head. I'm real dumb. I should have commanded Durand. Yeah, should have done that. Well then, this turn has turned into a god-awful abomination. Thanks to one key misplay there. This is real good. And this guy's not going to do shit because he's panicked, but Mary Shelley's probably getting shot. Then again, if we can't see that floater, theoretically that floater shouldn't be able to see Mary Shelley either. It's not going to work out that way. He'll shoot her from right where he's at. Oh, he actually did move. He's still going to shoot her, though. Yeah. He missed. Wow. All right, well, I mean, that was unlikely. Not unwelcome, but still unlikely. Atlas King, make it to there. Nope, one tile short. All right, well, if we spawn the other pod here, I don't really care. Atlas King, go run some Overwatch. We got one floater who's going to take a little poke at Atlas King. Atlas King is immune to poking, much to my heartbreak and chagrin. Every time I try to go throw a little pokage at Atlas King, he's like, no, no, man, no, no. My heart belongs to Madison. You know this, Pete. You know that Madison is my one and only, and I'm always like, yeah, I know. Little suppression kill here. There we go. The suppression can't miss, and, you know, it's going to use as much ammo as a rapid fire would have anyway, so no real drawback. St. Joan, let's see if you're going to activate that other pod. I mean, I know these guys are over here. I don't know, we got a little more forward leeway than I expected we would have. St. Joan, can you do anything offensive-wise? You know, 55% is probably worth taking. If this hits, it will kill him. There we go. Alright, so some prize connect there. Well done, St. Joan. The Maid d'Orléans, proving why she was such a valuable asset to the French forces. Somewhere a French Foreign Legionnaire right now is going, oh, scratch one for St. Jean. Because that's how they sound. You're in the French Foreign Legion, you automatically have to sound that way. And have a handlebar mustache. That's all I know about the French Foreign Legion, but those two things, definitively, undeniably, undebatably true. Well, if St. Joan didn't pop a pod stepping to there, theoretically Annette should not spawn a pod going and standing on that pile of green sludge, and she did not. 30% to hit is simply undesirable. That guy is hunkered down, and yeah, I'm going to waste a grenade to throw it at a single target. This should kill him. Or not. You know, he gets extra damage reduction for being hunkered down now that I think about it. It's fine. Radiohead's gonna pop him out. Honestly, we wasted a grenade. We should just have Radiohead shoot him. How much damage did that do? I don't know. That might not have killed him, actually. Maybe we accidentally bass-ackwarded our way into the right play. We're just gonna have Oishi Yoshio limp up here with his club foot. Nicely done, Oishi. I'm gonna start calling him Gimpy, I think. It's not to, you know, I'm not trying to throw shade or make anyone feel bad about a disability. I'm just saying. Oishi Yoshio, I mean, there are disabled people who definitely could outrun him. There's a lot of those guys, you know, they got some advanced prosthetics and whatnot. Can easily beat Yoshio in a foot race. Guy is slow. Pod, potential spawn. I heard what I feel was a mechtoid, and if there are mechtoids in the vicinity, there's one man for the job. Atlas King is all about making mechtoids his bitch. That is the Atlas King phenomenon. The man knows how to make a mechtoid into his bitch. It's his one bit. It's his shtick. I make bad decision. Atlas King, he mind controls mechtoids. Except that's a sectopod, not a mechtoid. Okay? Well then. What have we got back here? This is a remarkably large number of aliens. Muton Elite and what appears to be 3 Berserkers. I'm going to call that 1 pod. These Mutons could be a part of that too, actually. 1, 2. That would be a 6-man Muton pod. We got 3 drones, Sectopod, and a Seeker. These guys are definitely together. Now, it's probably muters, floaters, and mutons. And then we've got this fucking mess. Do we want to activate that garbage this turn? That's the only real question. I think it would be relatively safe to do so. No, you know what? I immediately rescind that. It's not safe.
I'm keeping a lookout.
Let's buy ourselves a little bit of time, and ideally, a little better shooting position for Admiral Nelson here. We're just going to bring Admiral Nelson forward, and we'll wait a turn. This way, when shit kicks off, Admiral Nelson is just ready to jump straight out onto the dance floor and start busting a move like nobody's business. It also gives us an opportunity to have Marconi reload. St. Joan can reload as well, and Mary Shelley can get that steady weapon. So she'll have a double tap. Yoshio can pointlessly overwatch. Let's see how the enemy reacts. Looks like some of them are going to activate themselves. Nope. If we activate the Berserkers and Mutons, then we're going to spawn a Sectopod. They're so close together, one activation is going to trigger the other. Are those guys active? They have health bars. Okay, they're definitely active. We can see them. Mind control's a problem here. If we try and mind control any of it, it's all coming at us. I would love to get those guys without getting the rest of the trash. Panic is on the table. Nelson's got some shots. You know, Annette, if we just bring you up here and have you whip a grenade, please tell me you can throw one that far. Oh, that's pretty much exactly what we need. I don't care about a meld canister. Yeah, I'm gonna friendly fire the meld. I don't give a shit. I don't even trust that Annette's gonna be able to blow it up, actually. Well, all right. She did, so I mean, she's a little better than I expected. 78, 43 doubles. Let's go for this shot. That guy's gonna be more difficult to hit and kill than anything else. Admiral Nelson, oh, with a thunderous cannon blast. He took that one out with authority. We would like to have Team Sniper picking off what's left. I think Marconi's probably definitely going to kill the floater. He is. Oh, hey, check out the sexy chick on the billboard in the background. Did anybody else see that? Some Victoria's Secret shit going on right there. I think maybe old Kim Kardashian did a little off-camera modeling in our last playthrough when she wasn't busy killing aliens. She was definitely posing for that billboard. Kanye's a lucky son of a bitch. I really would like to capture this Muton, but there's no way we can get up there to throw a capture at him without getting killed. We could try and capture the Muton Elite, though, now that I think about it, because we do still also need a heavy weapon as well. We would like a regular plasma rifle, but we also need a heavy plasma for the Nova gun. That pod's been eliminated, by the way. Nothing really we need out of Atlas King or the rest of the team. Joseph Lister could go forward, but it's going to spawn a pod. Ditto for St. Joan. Let's just bide our time. The Sectopod is trying to climb into the back of a truck, it seems. Unsuccessfully. Mutons and Berserkers are moving away. That pod is going to come together, though. When they activate, they're going to activate simultaneously. So we need to prevent that from happening, and the best way to do that is just throw another battle scanner at them.
Scanner is up and running.
It is up and running. Well observed, Atlas King. Let's see if Horatio Nelson can take a shot at that Sectopod with the squad side act. Horatio? Yes? I mean, I know you guys can. Nelson? What is that? Is that a drone? It's a Sectopod destroyer. Alright, we need to know if this thing has reactive sensors. It does not. So, go ahead and take this shot then. We're going to spawn a Sectopod. Solid start. 12 damage from the Admiral. You gonna take your second shot there, Nelson? What are you waiting on? There you go. And 13 damage follow-up. 25 damage is a pretty strong start from the Admiral. Alright, Marconi. The Seeker and the drone are admittedly a bit of a problem, but we're going to have other people that can shoot at those. The Sectopod remains the big trouble. How much damage can you do to this thing? Turns out a 17 damage critical is probably going to be more than enough to allow it to be quite killable for the mother of monsters. So Mary Prometheus Shelley Gonna say good night to our Sectopod destroyer friend. Adieu, may flights of devils wing you to your rest. He's gonna explode and activate that other pod. Yeah. No one is surprised by that. So he did activate the Berserker, which, all things considered, is not the end of the world. Those guys are pretty far away. I'm not sure they'll even be able to see or get to us. How close are they? How many tiles is that? That's quite a run. As long as we avoid messing with them, should be totally fine. We need to kill the rest of this shit, though. So it's time for Annette to bring her last grenade into play. No, you can't. Is anybody... Oh, for a moment I thought she was trying to throw a grenade at the car we were using for cover. I was about to reprimand her and potentially fire her from the project. Instead, turns out this grenade, totally safe. We're gonna go ahead and throw this. A lot of lob on that. Annette going real high. Not getting as much damage as I might have liked. Lister, what do you got? 44 and a 60. Well, Lister can kill the drone. St. Joan could probably get a pretty respectable shot. Oishi Yoshio even has, I mean, it's not a grand shot, but it's respectable. Do not shoot at the Berserkers, Yoshio. The hell is wrong with you? Shoot at the drone. There you go. Oishi Yoshio getting a kill. I'm fucking flabbergasted. We'll have him take this ghetto. You know what? I might just have him reload instead. I was gonna say we could have him take the ghetto shot there, but I'm not sure the ghetto shot is the right move. We can't get a freebie with St. Joan if we advance her, and I'm a little worried that this might be within the movement capabilities of our friendly neighborhood Berserkers. I should prefer to not have that happen. Let's just go ahead and take the shot here. I mean, 33, we probably won't need... Holy shit, Oishi Yoshio goes back to back.
That one's dead.
We're safe, that one's dead. Right, Yoshio with a very practical assessment. Jojo Lister with a surprising one-shot kill on the old drone. Man, the team is gelling here. They're gelling like Magellan, who, now that I think about it, probably should be a part of this team. How is it that Ferdinand Magellan has not made it into the core yet? You can't destroy our cover, so you're not going to get to do that bullshit charge. You are going to get the holy crap blown out of you by only Oishi Yoshio hit there. What is up with Oishi Yoshio? The little guy has gone into a fucking killing frenzy. The most disappointing assault trooper of all time, and suddenly he's emerged from his chrysalis to be the most deadly man in the project. Yeah, Berserker coming running out of the back of a truck. A double move. Yeah, this is fine. All things considered, we're in relatively good shape here. Truck exploded. That's all credit to the Sectopod. Hey, you can't pin that one on me, Muton Elite that's hiding behind that vehicle. I didn't do that. You don't, you can't pin that shit on me. That's, no, I'm not taking responsibility for that. I did not do that. I did not do that. So Nelson should be able to just put a gun in one of these mouths, the mouth of one of these guys, and just straight up kill him, right? Double 81s, that's about as can't miss as it gets. 12 damage for the start, and the follow-up, only 9. Wow. This guy's charge should get him killed with a close encounters hit, though. Yep, there you go. Yoshio, Stalker Destroyer, getting stalked and destroyed.
On reserve.
Score one more for Yoshio. Man, the little... He's in a killing frenzy. I don't know what it is. The man has gone into a berserker rage. We could probably get a freebie here from St... Well, never mind. So we could probably get a freebie from St. Joan, but little Oishi Yoshio's killing frenzy is just unabated. Look at this. He's insane. He can't be stopped. He is a fury of destruction. He has become J. Robert Oppenheimer. He is death, destroyer of worlds. And that Durand with a very high percentage, very disappointing miss right there. Ridiculous. Marconi, let's pull this over into St. Joan so she can finish this cat off. 15 damage critical right to the face, and St. Joan's going to close that one out for us. There we go. All right, St. Joan. Putting that guy in the bag. Done dealing. Wow. Alright, let's reload. And I think we'll go ahead and reload. And then probably the rest of the team is just going to go ahead and reload. We're also going to study our weapon here. Atlas King doesn't even need to reload. Put him on Overwatch. Jojo Lister, he could reload, but honestly Overwatch is probably the better deal. This Muton Elite, we want to bring this man home. You're coming home with me. And fortunately, we have Atlas King in position to totally romance this dude. So when I say he's coming home with us, I mean he's probably coming home with us. Let's see if you know what? Let's see if Annette Durand can do it, because she's going to be less useful now that she's out of grenades. And this is why we bring Atlas King on missions, folks. That right there, that's why Atlas King is a member of the party. This is almost guaranteed to not kill him, but it will do some damage. We do need to soften this guy up before we panic him and then set up for the double capture.
That is not good.
And you're right, the double whiff there is decidedly not good. It's an accurate assessment of the situation. If we have to panic this guy with Atlas King, we will. I would prefer to not have to use Atlas King to panic this guy. One of you guys should be able to get this done, right? Lister? Maybe? Mr. Clean? What do you got? There we go. Okay, so Muton Elite Sniper has panicked. Fantastic. Marconi, let's go ahead and have you drive one through this cat's eye hole. 15 damage puts him in range for a capture right now. Which means it's got to be pistol time, so we're going to get St. Joan out. St. Joan's going to run and gun here for a pistol shot, and yes, I realize how absurd this is, but we need to capture this guy, and St. Joan also needs to be in position because she has one of our arc throwers, so it's fine. Go ahead and take the old pistolier here. Whack, whack, whack. St. Joan getting the shooting done. 2 damage, which is exactly what we needed. Mary Shelley, we'll come back to you in a minute. Yoshio, I mean, okay. Now, I know you're in a killing frenzy, Yoshio. I realize that you're blood mad and hungry for, you know, death and destruction. Don't kill this guy. That's all I'm gonna say. You have to also exercise a little restraint, Yoshio. If you kill this man, you're fucking fired. Alright, that's exactly what we needed you to do then. Excellent work. Alice King, come up here. You know what? This gets panicked. He's not going anywhere. Alice King, just run all the way up here. Just get you in position to go ahead and do the arc thrower next turn. Mary Shelley, steady that weapon. We're good. Pretty sure this guy's the only thing left on the map. He's panicked, standing out in the open like an asshole, wishing he was dead. This is why we brought Oishi Yoshio forward, by the way. Pistol shot. He's going to soften this guy back up and put him in max capture zone. Oh, Yoshio, you... Putting you on warning, sir. That was very close to a catastrophic fuck-up. Very close, son. Very close. Atlas King. Atlas King. You know what? When Atlas King says to you, "You're coming home with me," you know you're going home with Atlas King. I mean, your panties just immediately get dampened, and you realize, oh yes, I'm going home with Atlas King. And I'm talking about dudes, too. You will also dampen your panties when Atlas King comes up to you and says, "You are going home with me." You'll be like, just gushing. You won't even be able to help it. Even though it makes no physiological sense, it's still gonna happen.
The aliens better get it together, or we're gonna mop the floor with them.
You know, Bradford, I hate to call you out on your shit, but I kind of feel like you're right there. We sort of owned them on that mission. We wrecked their shop completely. Like a bull in a china shop. We just went loose and broke everything in their inventory. So Atlas King, once again, the greatest man who has ever lived. We did bring home an alien heavy weapon, an alien grenade, which is, of course, hugely relevant. 18 Illyrium, 19 alloys, weapon fragments, meld, Seeker Rex, blah, blah, blah. Panic in India has decreased. Who cares?
Commander.
Over to engineering we go, because it's time for us to build a new Plasma Nova gun. I could swear that we started a Plasma Nova gun at one point previous to this. Never mind, I'm an idiot. This is why we needed an alien rifle, not an alien heavy weapon. The Nova gun takes a rifle. Well, fuck it. I guess we'll just get 2 plasma dragons then. The hell with it. I don't want to kill a whole bunch of trying to capture an alien rifle when every muton we come across, for whatever reason, is completely uncapturable. I'll just build another plasma dragon. It's fine. Not even worried about it. We just need weapons for our gunners. 2 gunner weapons. I would have liked the Plasma Nova gun, would have preferred the Plasma Nova gun, because then we could have given it to a Psychic Trooper who could maybe move, throw shadow devices, dodge, weave, duck, bob about the battlefield, but it's fine. The heavy weapons they're basically just as good. And just as good is just where I'm going to wrap this one up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us, and if you'd like to hear more of my wildest dreams about folding laundry on a regular basis, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.